The letter arrived on a Tuesday. Sarah didn't open it right away. She already knew what was inside. A number. A number so large she had stopped being able to feel it. $104,000. That was what she owed. Credit cards. A personal loan she had taken to cover the credit cards. A medical bill she had put off for 2 years because she simply could not face it. And a student loan sitting quietly in the background, growing, always growing, like a shadow she couldn't outrun. Sarah was 31 years old. She was working 2 jobs. And she was, by every measure that mattered, completely financially trapped. This is the story of how she got out. Not in theory. Not with a get-rich plan or a lottery win. But with a system so simple it almost made her angry that nobody had told her sooner. Stay with me. Sarah had not always been in debt. In her early 20s, she had been careful. She budgeted. She cooked at home. She drove an old car she had bought outright. But life has a way of arriving all at once. At 26, her mother got sick. Sarah flew home 6 times in 1 year. The flights went on the credit card. Then the hotel stays. Then the car rental. Then the time she had to take unpaid leave from work. None of it was reckless. All of it was necessary. But debt does not care why it exists. It only grows. By 28, Sarah had $34,000 on 2 credit cards, both at interest rates above 22%. She told herself she would pay them off when things calmed down. Things did not calm down. At 29, her apartment flooded. Renter's insurance covered almost nothing. She spent $6,000 getting back on her feet. At 30, a health issue, nothing life-threatening, but expensive, added $18,000 in medical bills to the pile. And then the personal loan. She had taken it thinking it would simplify things. Consolidate the cards. 1 payment instead of 5. But she never cut up the cards. And within 18 months, the cards were full again. Now she had the loan and the cards. $104,000. 2 jobs. No savings. No end in sight. The Tuesday that letter arrived, Sarah sat on her kitchen floor for 40 minutes. And then she made a decision. Sarah did not find a magic solution. She found a spreadsheet. She sat down one Saturday morning with every single statement she had, physical copies, printed from her online accounts, laid out on her kitchen table. For the first time in 3 years, she looked at the whole picture. Not piece by piece. Not bill by bill. All of it. At once. It was terrifying. And then, strangely, it was clarifying. Because for the first time, she could see exactly what she was dealing with. She ranked every debt by interest rate. Highest rate at the top. Credit card 1, 24.9%. Balance $11,200. Credit card 2, 22.4%. Balance $9,600. Personal loan 16.8%. Balance $28,400. Medical bill 0% if paid within plan. Balance $18,000. Student loan 5.4%. Balance $36,800. The math was brutal. But it was visible now. She called every single creditor. This part surprised her. 2 of them reduced her interest rate when she simply asked. 1 moved her medical balance into an interest-free 36-month payment plan. 1 waived a late fee she had been carrying for 8 months. Nobody tells you that you can just call and ask. Nobody tells you that creditors would rather negotiate than lose you entirely. In one afternoon on the phone, Sarah reduced her total monthly minimum payments by $340. She did not celebrate. She redirected every dollar of that $340 straight toward credit card one, the highest interest debt she had. The avalanche had begun. The next 2 years were not glamorous. Sarah kept both jobs. She picked up extra weekend shifts when she could. She sold things. A guitar she hadn't played in 4 years. A treadmill that had become a clothes rack. Old electronics. Books she had read. Clothes she no longer wore. The first garage sale made $340. Every dollar went to the debt. She stopped eating out entirely, not forever, but for the first 6 months. She cooked Sunday nights for the whole week. She canceled streaming services she wasn't using. She switched to a cheaper phone plan. None of these things alone was life-changing. Together, they freed up $680 a month that had been disappearing silently. She threw it all at the debt. Credit card 1 was gone in 11 months. She moved to credit card 2. Gone in 8 months. The avalanche was picking up speed. Something else was happening too. For the first time in years, Sarah was sleeping better. Not because the debt was gone. It wasn't, not yet. But because she was no longer running from it. She was facing it. Attacking it. In control of it. That feeling, the feeling of agency over your own financial life, is something that quietly steals from you. She was taking it back. 3 years and 2 months after that Tuesday, Sarah made her final payment. Not the student loan, she kept that on its schedule, low interest, no rush. But the credit cards. The personal loan. The medical bills. Gone. All of it. She had paid off $67,200 in high-interest debt in 38 months. On a combined income that never crossed $58,000 in a single year. No inheritance. No windfall. No crypto story. Just a spreadsheet. A phone call. And a decision to stop running. The month after her final payment, Sarah had $680 that used to go to debt. She opened an investment account. She set up an automatic transfer. And she started building, for the first time in her adult life, instead of digging out. If Sarah's story sounded familiar, if you felt something watching this, follow this channel right now. Every single day we tell real stories about real people who changed their financial lives from the ground up.